Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't heard it yet, there's about to be a tech titan rumble. In the blue corner, weighing in at a Twitter purchasing $44 billion, we have the Martian-in-Chief, Elon the Falcon Musk. And in the red corner, with jiu-jitsu skills and an Instagram army, Mark the Social Smasher Zuckerberg. Now, things have only gotten spicier between these two, and the stakes for preserving their egos are high. Just recently, Zuckerberg launched Instagram Threads, which is effectively a direct competitor to Twitter. In this video, we're going to discuss how all this started, the history between these two beefing, the recent drama in Twitter versus Instagram Threads, and who has the upper hand should this cage match actually go down. Let's dive in. Elon and Mark have finally done something that we can all be happy with the outcome of. One of them is going to get beat up. The event has culminated in a jaw-dropping cage match inside the octagon. With their sights set on settling their differences in the most spectacular fashion, Musk and Zuckerberg are gearing up for a showdown that has captured the attention of the world. UFC President Dana White spilled the beans and revealed that he's been in cahoots with both Musk and Zuckerberg, discussing their ongoing beef and the possibility of settling it with some good old-fashioned fisticuffs. Can you believe it? I mean, it's like the Justice League meeting the Avengers, but far less cool, far less athletic, way more net worth, and way less spandex. Hopefully.
Fighting in the hallway.
And the crazy part to think about is just how big of an event this nerd fight is being billed as. Dana White has boldly proclaimed this would be the most colossal fight ever witnessed in the history of the world. He's gone on to predict that the event will shatter all previous pay-per-view records, surpassing even the legendary McGregor-Mayweather extravaganza. The quarrel began when Musk fired the first shot, tweeting about his willingness to engage in a cage match with Zuckerberg. The response was swift, with Zuckerberg taking the bait as he challenged Musk in an Instagram story to send location for the proposed showdown. The banter continued, with Musk tweeting that the fight should take place in the famed Vegas Octagon, which, if you're unfamiliar, is the venue for many intense mixed martial arts championship bouts. While the buzz surrounding this potential showdown is undeniably electric, there are lingering doubts about whether it will actually happen. Despite White's assurances that both guys are absolutely dead serious, some believe that Musk and Zuckerberg may be seeking attention and publicity rather than genuinely planning to face off in the octagon.
No one leaves the octagon.
Now, this rivalry didn't just emerge overnight. It's actually been brewing for quite some time. The seeds of this feud were sown back in 2016 when a SpaceX rocket carrying a Facebook-owned satellite experienced a catastrophic failure. When the satellite that intended to provide internet service in parts of Africa was destroyed, leaving Meta reeling from the loss. Since that ill-fated day, things have been a bit frosty between Musk and Zucky. Musk also hasn't been shy about his criticisms of social media apps like Instagram, claiming they have a detrimental impact on mental health. And when it comes to Twitter, Musk has made it clear that he aims to maximize what he calls unregretted user time. Some interpret this as a subtle jab at Meta, highlighting his disdain for the social media giant. Zuckerberg, on the other hand, hasn't tweeted in over a decade. Meanwhile, in the wake of the Cambridge Analytica scandal in 2018, which exposed the misuse of Facebook user data, Musk took a stand by deleting the Facebook pages for both Tesla and SpaceX. These actions certainly didn't help to foster warm and fuzzy feelings between the two tech moguls. But what really sets the stage for their ongoing beef is the recent battle royale between their social media platforms. It's widely known at this point that Musk acquired Twitter in 2022 for an astounding $44 billion. In the time since, he's leaned heavily on monetization, looking to eke out cash for numerous features, blue checks, tweet decks, and most recently, the ability to even read a few tweets. Meanwhile, reports surfaced in March that Meta was working on a Twitter-like text-based social media app referred to as Instagram Threads. A top Meta executive boasted that their version would be sanely run, alluding to Musk's seemingly impulsive decision-making since taking the reins at Twitter. Musk, quick on the draw, fired back, tweeting, "I'm sure Earth can't wait to be exclusively under Zuck's thumb with no other options." It remains to be seen whether Threads, which launched just on July 6, will be a viable competitor to Twitter. But it's not like that's going to stop the heavy-handed posturing from both tech execs.
In poker, they call it a bluff.
Now, here's the million-dollar question that has everyone on the edge of their seats. Who would probably win in a cage match between the human reptile and the Martian? Zuckerberg has an edge over Musk in terms of martial arts experience. He's dabbed in jiu-jitsu, earning a white belt, which is the first rank in expertise. In addition, Zuckerberg, being 12 years younger than Musk, may have a bit more agility on his side, which has led some folks in the MMA world to put their bets on the Facebook creator. Let's take UFC legend turned Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu trainer Matt Serra for one. He is firmly in Zuckerberg's corner. Serra sees an outcome where Zuckerberg secures victory with a rear naked chokehold in the first round. Serra believes that while Zuckerberg's striking might not crack an egg, his smart grappling on the ground would give him a firm upper hand. However, we can't overlook Musk's advantages either. Physically, Musk is larger, and as we all know, size can be a significant advantage in MMA. Musk himself acknowledges this, boasting of a move he calls the walrus, where he lies on top of his opponent and does nothing.
I'm going to use a move called the walrus, where I just lie on you and you can't get away.
He outweighs Zuckerberg by about 33 pounds, and his background in martial arts includes Kyokushin karate, taekwondo, judo, and brief exposure to Brazilian jiu-jitsu as a kid, which might give him a few tricks up his sleeve.
I did taekwondo, I did karate, Kyokushin karate.
Oh, all right, cool.
And judo.
Now, let's talk numbers. Typically, a UFC pay-per-view event sets you back about $80, but when it comes to the Musk-Zuckerberg showdown, UFC President Dana White announced that the cage match would require an extra Benjamin or two, clocking in at $100 per viewer. But let's face it, when you have the combined net worth of these two titans amounting to a mind-boggling $340 billion, what's an extra $20, right? According to Dana White's predictions, the financial success of the McGregor-Mayweather fight, which raked in over $600 million in revenue, would be a mere drop in the bucket compared to the earnings from a Musk-Zuckerberg showdown. In that highly anticipated bout, Mayweather walked away with a cool $275 million, while McGregor pocketed a hefty $85 million. However, White firmly believes that the Musk-Zuckerberg clash will easily triple those figures. We're talking about a predicted $1 billion revenue number for the biggest fight in history, or so he claims. They're both currently saying that the money raised from this will go towards charity, but we're talking about billionaires here who are doing all sorts of funky things to get around paying taxes with their various LLCs, so who knows what any of this actually means. So let's wrap it up. Now, when I first saw that this fight was going to happen, I was really excited because I was convinced that Elon would get totally smoked by Zuckerberg. And honestly, I still really think that. Zuckerberg has spent the last number of years training in jiu-jitsu like it's his number one hobby and competing in tournaments with a mask on so people don't even know who he is. Meanwhile, Elon is running multiple multi-billion dollar companies. One actually hit $1 trillion in Tesla. So he's going to do all that, and then he's going to learn how to fight in his spare time, and now he's in his 50s, and he's going to go take on somebody who clearly just loves jiu-jitsu as a hobby that they are going and competing in tournaments and has effectively reached the highest level in it other than being a professional athlete. But here's the thing. There's two scenarios here. Either one, somebody gets beat up, in which case I'm happy to see either Elon or Zuckerberg get beat up, or secondly, they both look like fools. As viewers of this event, we can't lose. And that's why this is epic, is because we're going to see either one or both of them look foolish. And for that, I raise my glass to both of you and say, please, please, please make this happen. This would make so many of us so happy. All right, everybody, thank you for watching. If you could do me a big favor, hit that like button, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Also, let me know what you think in the comment section. Who would win in a fight between Elon and Zuckerberg? All right, everybody, I love you all. So guys, we just recently launched this channel and we noticed that 99.9% of our viewers are not subscribed. So if you enjoyed this video, we need your help in growing this channel. By subscribing, that would help us keep the lights on and make sure that our crews have jobs in these uncertain times. So please hit that subscribe button, and we promise to make more quality videos that I'm sure you're going to love.